Hey everyone, this is Mohit and welcome back to Engineers Tech Up channel. So in this session, we are going to discuss what is put method, but we have already discussed about of the put method and how to execute from the postman. But here we can also automate this put method by using the rest assured. Okay, so if you want like how to execute, but I will also show in this session as well. So put replace all the current representation for forget resource with the request payload. In simple way, it will replace resources completely, or if resource does not exist, it will create as well, but it's all depend upon implementation. Okay, so it depend upon the how the developer are going to implement, right? Put having the request body, put does not having the response body, having a response body, but it depend upon, okay, it depend upon guys. So we have development, it depend upon the development. Okay, it's sometime we have or not. Okay, put is not a safe, put is unimportant, and put is not catchable. Already discussed this all the point. Okay, so let me show you actually in the postman, and we will try to automate the same. So here you can see we having the URL, base URI, right? So here I am trying to change this name. Okay, so I'm trying to change the name. Okay, so here we have a uh, workspace testing. I'm just writing put. Okay, so now what will happen? It will change our name. Okay, so this is how put will work. Okay, you can see now it is changed the name and we are getting 200 status code as well. Okay, so same thing we can automate. So let me go for our automation part. Let me close this. Okay, not required. Okay, so now I'll try to automate this. Okay, so let me will create. Okay, so I have already created this. Here first of all we have to define the workspace ID. Okay, so I'm going to define workspace ID string workspace ID equal to. So if you don't know the, if you are a beginner, please do not skip my video, otherwise you will not understand everything we have discussed, what is workspace ID and all. Okay, so please watch my previous session if you are a beginner, if you are watching the first time my session. Okay, and definitely you will able to understand. Now we can have a payload, right? So a string payload, like request payload. Okay, so I'll copy this request payload from here. So I'll copy this request payload. Okay, so now I copied this. I'm going to change something, put uh fab, something I'm changing here because this is already have a changes, right? We have already then we can follow the same thing, right? What we are following, in the regular video, we have done the same, right? Then we have a given, right? Then after given, then we have a body. Okay, that here you have to pass payload. Okay, payload, you are passing payload. I'm not sure why this suggestion is not coming. Given payload. Okay, then after that we having the when. In when we have a put method. Remember this, we are using the put method. So we have a put method here, and here we are passing here spaces, and here just we are validating right here. So workspace ID. Okay, now then we have a, we are validating it. Then we have a log dot all everything we have discussed. What is the use of log, assert that, in the previous video. Please watch, you will get more clarity. Here we are using the hamcrest library for the same. Okay, so how to use the hamcrest library? So I'm trying to validate here workspace dot name. Okay, workspace name. Then we have a equals method, equal to method, and here we are passing the same, whatever you are trying to modify this value, I'm passing here. Now I will validate workspace ID, right? So now workspace dot ID. So we are trying to validate workspace ID. Then we have a matcher pattern. In matcher pattern, we will pass here this, you know, uh, regular expression. So regular expression, we can pass the same a hyphen z, again 0 hyphen 9, then again this, and we have a 36 and dollar. Okay, now we have a dollar, and here what else? Okay, so we are, whatever we have captured, right? Work space id, so workspace dot id. Then here we have to have a to equal to, and you can pass here workspace id, this one. Okay, so response side we are validating here, right? So when you will hit the request, like this is your payload request and we are trying to automate. So let me try to execute this. I'm trying to execute, and you can see now my test case is passed and workspace test ig input. So everything will reflect here, guys. Okay, so whatever we are going to do the changes here, it will reflect in our postman as well. Okay, you can see now my workspace testing put web is updated here. So when you will create a new workspace, here it will created. When you will do the any, like if you want to delete also, in the last session we have already seen. Okay, so you can cross check, or if you are getting some syntax error and all, definitely you will get in the console, but here it is working fine. All the information we are getting. So that's it in this session, guys. See you in the next session. If you are new in the channel, please subscribe my channel and press bell icon to get new video notification. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.